Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to a new video, or welcome if you are new. Starting today's vlog off, about to eat some lunch. Another day of having some tuna salad with some crackers, my go-to lunch as of recent. I'm also going to read a bit while I eat. I only have like less than 100 pages left of my book, and I'm just wanting to finish it. I'm getting a little bit bored, to be honest. I'm ready for the next book, but I am not someone who can DNF a book, which means like do not finish. My pride is too strong, and like I must add it to my finished list. I'm sure I'll finish it within the next day or two. I didn't end up reading much yesterday, so we didn't make much progress on it yesterday, but I want to read while I eat lunch, and then I have a call at 12:30, so in just a few minutes I'm gonna hop on a call for this event that I'm going to next month. And then later I have an eyebrow appointment, and then I'm gonna go see Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice movie, which I'm excited about. And I had never seen the first Beetlejuice, at least not to my knowledge, and so I watched that last night and I really loved it. It was funny. And I love a good short movie. I don't have a very long attention span for movies, especially if I'm not watching them in theater. Like if I'm watching them in the theater, I have a bit longer of an attention span, but if I'm like at home or something, I cannot watch a long movie. And so it was like the perfect length. I think it was under 2 hours, and it was entertaining. It made me giggle. So I'm excited to see this one today. I got AMC Stubs membership a couple of months ago, and it's been so fun because it just makes me want to go to the movies more. And I got it because I was going to movies like multiple times a month, and I was like, wait, I'd literally be saving money if I got a Stubs account, because you pay, what is it, like $25 a month or something like that, but one ticket is $25 nowadays. So, and you get to see up to 3 movies a week or something like that for that price. So even if you go to the movies twice a month, you're still saving money. So if you're like a big movie goer, it's definitely worth the price. And I think you get like free refills on like popcorn or drinks or something like that. I'm excited to do that later tonight. That's 7:45. But that's my day today. Super chill. I filmed a fun book video earlier today that I'm gonna post on TikTok today. It was just yes, no, maybe for all the books I've read this year. Except I accidentally forgot to include 2 books, and the 2 books I forgot to include were like some of my favorites. So, oops, but I put that in the caption, but I'm gonna post that later today. I wasn't gonna vlog today, and then I saw my camera this morning and I was like, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Gonna continue reading. I was reading a bit this morning too, and we'll hop on our call. Okay, joining the meeting now. Hi.
Hi, Soph, how are you?
Call went well. I'm very excited. It's for type 1 diabetes, and it's something obviously I'm super passionate about. And anytime I can be surrounded by a room full of type 1 diabetics or people who are directly connected with type 1 diabetes, it's a really special thing where you feel this sense of like comfort and understanding that really is hard to come by in relation to type 1 diabetes. Like there is no one who understands type 1 diabetes like someone else living with type 1 diabetes, or like a parent of a type 1 diabetic. Like really, doctors don't compare, friends and family don't compare. Like nothing is more comforting than being amongst those who are amongst type 1 diabetes. That's what my call was for. So finished that up. Now I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm feeling anxious. My anxiety about type 1 diabetes, it like, you know, it goes like this. Some days I don't think about all the coulds and mights of like the future and whatnot. And then sometimes it's all consuming, and just because I had that call, like I was just thinking about type 1 diabetes, and then ended up kind of spiraling, getting anxious. But you know, trying not to think about it too much. I have a couple hours now to chill before my eyebrow appointment, which I don't have to leave. I think it's at 3:45 or 3:30. My appointment's at 3:30, so I don't have to leave here till like 3-ish. So I have like 2 hours. I think I'm just gonna spend that reading, get my mind off things. I just posted my TikTok. So let's make a coffee to give us some energy to read. Really, I just want to make a coffee. Oh, also on the topic of type 1 diabetes, I had my final call with Tandem to get my new pump shipped out. So if you guys haven't caught up, basically I'm going to be trying out the Tandem Mobi pump. I have 90 days, like that's what their policy is. You have a 90-day grace period to decide whether the pump's right for you, or essentially you have 90 days to return the pump is essentially what it is. It's like a grace period. You can try the pump out for 90 days and the 90 days starts the day it ships. Got that all sorted out, so I'm waiting for the shipping information. It's finally gonna ship out, so I should have it within the week, and if not this week, then definitely next week. And then all that's left is having like a training session. It's like a required thing. I don't know who it's required by, but I had to do it with for my Omnipod 2 when I first got that pump. But I have to schedule a pump training is what they call it, and then I'll be on it for like 90 days or so, maybe for a lot longer depending on how I like it. But big decision, because like to switch for these 90 days isn't such a big decision because it's not permanent yet, but in 90 days, if I decide I want to switch to it, I'm tied into it for 4 years. So it's a big decision, and I never had to make a decision like this because with my Omnipod, which is the pump I have now, they don't have any sort of warranty the same way that every other pump does, which is why I chose Omnipod when I was choosing a pump, because I had no idea what I was going to want or like or need. So I went with the one with the least strings attached, and that's Omnipod because again, they have no warranty. Like you can just switch at any time. It's a big decision, but we're not at the decision point yet. I haven't even tried it yet. I could literally hate it in the first week, who knows? But I want to give it a fair shot. I'm excited. I like say this to my friends, it's like getting a new phone, you know? It's like you already have a phone and it works fine, but getting a new one is just exciting, and like that's how I feel about getting a new pump to try. It just like switches things up and like keeps things fun and fresh and exciting. But then it's like, okay, but it's only been 2 years with Omnipod. In 2 years, am I gonna feel this way with my other pump? But then I'm like, but I could totally go 2 more years with my Omnipod if I was tied into it. Honestly, like I love my Omnipod. I just want change. There's like a few things about Omnipod that I don't love, but like overall, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up deciding to stick with Omnipod. But at the same time, I really would like to get a tighter grip on my numbers. You know what? There's so many, I could go on and on. I did a video a few videos back, or like I did a whole segment of my video a few videos back where I talked all about this stuff. I don't know. It's a big decision, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So I had that call today and figured out the financials of it all, and it's just crazy how expensive it is. It makes my life easier. So to me, it's worth it. But let's make a coffee. Just gonna do a little La Colombe cold brew action, some oat milk, a little bit of the Coffee Mate Zero Sugar Pumpkin Creamer. I'm gonna sit on the couch now, rest my mind, and figure out what the heck is going on with Magnolia Parks because something else just got added. Basically, I have no idea who Magnolia is gonna end up with. Let's just say that. There's just so many factors going into this. And then you're starting to be like kind of dislike Magnolia. But this whole time you've been like on her side, but now suddenly I'm a little bit like, there's more to the story here. There is more to the story. Also, when I was making my video today about all the books I've read this year, I noticed I've barely read any thrillers this year. And I used to literally pretty much only read thrillers. So I need to read some thrillers towards the end of this year, but honestly that's perfect because I like to read thrillers in the winter, like fall time, because it just fits the creepy crawler vibes. I think to kick off that vibe, like I just said in my last video, I think the next book I'm going to be reading is called Cursed Bread, and then after that I'm reading this book called Thirst, which is like a lesbian vampire book, and then from then on I'm going to read a bunch of thrillers. I think I'm gonna read maybe My Husband after that, which isn't necessarily a thriller, or I think it's a psychological thriller. Maybe suspense, I don't know. I'm not good with like knowing the categories of books. Let's go put a dent in this book. Or I guess put a dent in the ending of this book because we've already put a dent in this book for sure. I've been reading for a couple of hours. I'm on page 407 now, so I only have like a little over 20 pages left, and I'm getting so frustrated with the main characters, I should say. Ugh, they're just so toxic. They're so toxic, and I'm just like, I want to be happy for them, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm so infuriated by both of their stupidity. And I just am so curious how this is going to end, because they've just been so up and down, in and out this entire book. And I'm just like, it's books like this where you get really connected with the characters, because really the whole book is just building up who they are and how they think and how they feel. And then you get to the end and you're just like so frustrated because they're not behaving how you feel like they should be for their own benefit. Like they are going against what you know they need, and they're just doing what they want, and it's so infuriating. And I'm so curious how this is gonna end. Most likely gonna finish this tonight, because really at this point I can't not finish this tonight. Like I'm gonna be disappointed if I don't get to finish this tonight. So hopefully when we get back from my eyebrow appointment, we can just go ahead and finish this. But I'm gonna head out for that now. Take Augie outside really quickly. Get my eyebrows done. I need it really badly. I'm gonna get that checked off my to-do list. Today's been a chill day though. Also productive at the same time, which is good. I'm excited to get out of the house. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever. So this is a good break up in my day, and then I am going out later to go to the movies. So a good mix of chill, of work, and of play. Back home from getting my eyebrows done. They look so incredible. As always, I go to Brows by Nikki in Beverly Hills. I always say, because she truly is the best out of any eyebrow person I've had. And I do always manage to find a good eyebrow person in every city I live in. But out of all the cities, all the eyebrow people, she is by far the best. And if you live in, what is it, Fresno, Texas? Am I making that up? Well, she's also in Texas. She's half in Texas, half in LA. So if you live in Texas, you can go to her too. I always have to come home and put eyebrow gel in my eyebrows because they always are just like sticking up every which way. Having a weird hair day. Do you guys know this trick? This is my favorite trick in the book. Looking at the back of your head with a mirror. I don't know, I grew up always having a handheld mirror in my bathroom, and so now I feel like I always need one. Like, how else are you supposed to see the back of your head? And that's important, because whenever you have any sort of hairstyle in or style your hair, you need to be able to see the back of your head, because 9 times out of 10 something's wrong in the back where you can't see it. I'm feeling like I need to freshen up, but should I change? I think I might change, because I'm gonna be going to the movies like I mentioned, and I don't think I want to wear shorts, or do I? It doesn't really matter. Why would I dirty something else, right? You guys, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, I take back what I said about this, because it ended up being one of those books that throws me for such a loop at the end, where I have to literally go back on everything I said about it. Do I think that it could have been shorter? Yes, but I almost feel like the length of it and the back and forth, the in, the out, just added to the effect and made it so, like, it made you feel them and they're feeling so much more, because like you're frustrated with the situation. Imagine how they feel. And I thought we were dealing with a love triangle, and it was just so not what I was thinking. The plot twist that got thrown, I did not expect for one split second. It didn't even cross my mind. I didn't even really realize that the thing that the plot twist is involving was gonna be significant. And I am at a loss of words. I really am. That is not at all how I thought it was gonna end. I thought I knew how it was gonna end, and it just ended entirely different. I need to ruminate with this a bit, but I'm gonna give it 4 stars as of right now. And I was just telling Natalie about my book, and she's making fun of me because she thinks I give everything a 4 star.
If there's a plot twist, it gets 4 stars.
That is true. I say that because if a book has a plot twist that makes me like, then it's a good book. Like, okay, yeah, the book was good, not great. Like, it was gonna be a 3 stars, because I was like,
3.5.
overall I'm giving it a 4, because
Okay, no,
endings are so important to me. That's why it weighs so much.
That is your rating scale, period.
Yeah, I just feel like, to me, the ending weighs so much, because there's been times when I really enjoyed a book, but then I get to the end and it sucks, and I'm like, well, this just lost so much for me. The ending weighs a lot. So we got a 4 star, and I'm honestly just happy to be done with this book. The thing is, this is a series, and so now I'm torn with, do I continue with their annoying bullshit and read another book from the series, or do I just leave it at that? Because I'm not usually someone who likes to continue a series, because sometimes I feel like enough's enough. I've dealt with these characters enough, and I'm kind of sick and tired of them. 4 stars it is. If we're getting specific, no, because 3 doesn't sound like enough. Because if I think of books I rated a 3, like, this just is way better. 4 is good. Okay. I enjoyed this book. Like, the ending really did change how I feel about the book. You know what's funny? This book has 3.7 stars on Goodreads. Look how cute the old cover used to be. I was so sad when I could only find this cover because look how cute.
Oh yeah, because that one's ugly.
So ugly. It was embarrassing to read in public. I'm gonna go grab Cursed Bread. Hold on. You guys stay right there. I'm gonna grab my next book. Here's the next one. Cursed Bread by Sophie McIntosh. I'm excited about this because the names are really beautiful. Elodie and Violet. And this is a very short book. Let's see. 185 pages. That's a short book. That's my little book update for the day. I feel like I was reading Magnolia Parks for like an eternity. It'd be cool if I could finish this by the end of the week. Oh, I'm really excited to read this one, even just the way the pages are. Do you know what I'm talking about though? You know what I mean.
You're so funny.
Movie theater snack of choice, bringing some apples already pre-cut, and then popcorn, which for those of you who are also type 1 diabetics, you probably already know because this is my saving grace, but popcorn is one of the only snacky type foods where it feels like you can have like a good amount without it being super carby. Like all of this is only 14 carbs, and if I were to have this much of like a chip or a cracker, like this would be upwards of 50 carbs. So popcorn is the best because you can just have so much of it. It feels like one of the only snack foods I can just snack on kind of mindlessly. Like even the times when I've just gotten a bag of popcorn at the movie theater, I can just snack on it and take a couple units of insulin and be fine, and then correct later on and take a little bit more if I need it because it's not like an aggressive food or anything. So life hack if you didn't know already. But I'll also bring apples, and I'm gonna bring a poppy with me as well because Natalie brought over my favorite poppy flavor. This one right here, so I'm gonna bring that with me as well. Beetlejuice out here. Back home from the movie, it was okay. Like it was like a 3-star. It was fine. It was just like a little bit too long and dragged on. I liked the first movie better, like the older movie. I picked up my makeup essentials that I lost because I left my makeup bag somewhere while traveling. I didn't get any makeup brushes because I know I have some brushes here, so I wanted to evaluate what I had before I went and got more. The two things I wanted to make sure that I picked up were the Say Beauty blushes. One of them I got a color that I've had before, which is Chili. This is my favorite shade. And then I also am trying a different shade I've never tried before, which is Poppy. I don't know what you think this is, Augie, but it's not for you. It's like an orangey color, but I thought this would be pretty with the winter months coming and like blending these together. I thought that could be pretty. And I know I love Chili. Then any other repeats? Oh yeah, I got a repeat of Tower 28 concealer. I love this concealer. It just blends really nicely. Although I do like the House Labs one I got. I figured I would get my tried and true, and maybe using them together would be a nice solution. I got more of my brow setter because I'm running low. I didn't lose this, but like I said, running low. So I figured I'd get it while I was there. And then a few things, new things I picked up. I grabbed a the Benefit Hula bronzer because I had the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I didn't really like I like it, but I wasn't like married to it. So I was just like, you know what? I know I like this Hula bronzer. I'm just gonna get it. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper. For highlight, I used to have the Say highlight in Pink Glow, I think it was. But I wanted to switch it up and try a different highlight. Like I said, I really like the House Labs concealer that I got. My hair is getting to the length where like it's just unmanageable. Got the House Labs Gold Shimmer highlight. It's literally just like shimmer. So I don't know if I'll end up liking that very much, but figured I'd try it. And then I also got a sample of the Charlotte Tilbury More Sex perfume. Those are the things I picked up. I did lose my Rare Beauty lip liner that I love so much, and I didn't pick that up just because I got a lip liner that I like, so I was like, whatever, I'll just use that one, and then if I find myself missing, like figuratively, the other one, I'll repurchase it, but for now I'll just stick with the one that I have. Those were my makeup pickups. I can't believe I lost my makeup bag. Like, I don't know where it could possibly be. I'm also gonna be going to hot mat Pilates in the morning with Sophie and one of her instructors. We're trying out this place that's mat Pilates, like I said. and we want to see what it's all about. So we're gonna go there tomorrow morning at 10:30, and I was falling asleep during the movie, so I'm exhausted. I'm gonna head up to bed. But I love you all so much. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna start Cursed Bread when I get in bed, so I'll let you know what I think of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you so super soon in the next video. Good night. Mwah.